Good day everyone and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade and we're not your financial advisor. Normally we start around 10 o'clock. I logged in a little bit early. For the ones who are trading the Nasdaq, you have to be very careful. There is a heavy resistance here. Do not let those couple bars fool you for a long trade at this moment until we see, as speaking of devil right there, until we see the Nasdaq is going above the 17,946. It's very important. This is a small trade here, is irrelevant. We need to see this Nasdaq crossing the 17,945 before you unleash again your auto trade to the long side. It's really important. Another factor in here, there's a lot of resistance on the ES which can prevent the Nasdaq to climb. Today is a Friday, we should get it, the target one, but maybe it's too early. So be careful with the Nasdaq at this moment. I don't trust this movement until we make sure or confirm this used to be resistant, now it's become a support area. And we will see if the Nasdaq will hold in this area. It's very strong at this moment. The momentum is really strong. But the ES is not responding with those levels as at this moment. So we want to make sure this ES also climb above those resistance, because any minute can fall back. And this is very unstable movement on the Nasdaq. So this is something you don't trust every bar movement. Sometimes you have to be conservative. And we need to see if this ES able to break those area here. Look, you see, the ES did not break that area. Look, speaking of a devil, here it is. You can see how the ES drop, and you can see how the Nasdaq fallen as well. And this is the worst nightmare when you are auto trading, and the calculation on any auto trade or any time frame you are using is gonna signal long, and there is no long. And here it is talking about it, and here it is right in front of you is happening. The way the Nasdaq at this moment, I can see clearly, today is a Friday, we will hit the institutional number at 17,967, little profit taken, and most likely we will hit the 17,993. It is the second one for the morning session. There's only two institutional numbers for the morning session. So at this moment there is a pullback, and we need to be careful. We need to see this Nasdaq crossing this level here. It's a very strong one. Also, we need to see the Mr. ES here crossing. Then the whole momentum in this market changing. If the ES going to not able to cross those area here, it's going to bring volatility on the Nasdaq. So you got to be very careful when you are approaching the Nasdaq for a long trade. Even if we have, which we got the buy signal from here, we had a buy signal on the Nasdaq, and we had on the market analyzer the buy signal. And don't just look at your chart and see profit. This means you are safe. Let me show you. This is our Nasdaq, and also taking a long trade. Is it stable? No, it's not. So in those conditions, it's always, you don't override the auto trade and close the trade, only if you want to take a profit. But it is nice to break even, because this is a very unstable market, and there is a problem in this area here. So I'm not sure this NASDAQ is gonna able to break it if this ES not able to break that area here. So despite you have a profit on the NASDAQ, immediately secure your profit or a break even as soon as possible, because there is a good chance this NASDAQ is going to drop again if this ES not able to break those area. So has nothing to do with your time frame, has nothing to do what type of an auto trade you are using, has nothing to do with your Renko, range, tick chart, minute chart, has nothing to do with your auto trade. Your template is irrelevant. It is just a technical area. We need to cross it. So in order for us to see, it is very important when you are auto trading to just if you don't have the luxury to look at your technical chart, then you stick with something like this. It is a swing trading, but also you are at the mercy of the market. So when the market is trending, you will make thousands of dollars, and when the market is not, you lose. So you can do that, or if you want to, you have this luxury to sit behind your screen, then it will be 10 times more efficient with your trade when you keep your eye on the technical analysis of this market. Just at this moment, we can see why I ran and broke even with this, because it was an unstable trade. Two options: either take the $200-300 off the table, or a break even, and it could be good, the market go to your direction. So as we see right now, and that's what I was thinking, and that's why we started a little bit early, because this one here, it can make a little money, not much, but it's not enough to ruin our Friday and carry on the weekend with the losses. So it's going to take a little time until the ES start gathering strength, momentum here. The buyers with the sellers are even with a 6 different time frame. The market analyzer from 1 to 30 minutes, from 1 to 30 minutes, they're not really in the full green, where also the NASDAQ right now, the high time frame, the 30 minutes and the 1 minute is in red. So there is a little weakness in the market trending, and we need to see this ES break in this area, and then the whole market is a change in direction. So as long as this ES not able to break this area here, it's gonna bring you volatility in your auto trade on the NASDAQ. Again, once again, I keep repeating myself, when there is a confliction between the ES and NASDAQ, as an example, always to our traders, before you auto trade, make sure the ES, NASDAQ, YM, they are in sequence, all 3 signals in the same direction. Another thing, when you see this problem, always the CL is running, always. If we look at the CL, there is no way to go short, it's only long, and actually the CL is finished for today, because if we look, let me show you, it does not need a brilliant trader to see how the CL had a beautiful run this morning, early morning. If we look at those moving averages and the bars, the farther away the bars from the moving averages, the stronger the trend is. And then if we see here, the market kept climbing, and now it has been flat since 940, and now we are sitting here on idle and is doing nothing. And if we look, there is a heavy support area. There is no short whatsoever on the CL. Another thing, on the institutional numbers, when the CL kept climbing, come into the institutional number profit taking. For this CL to drop again to the 76.98 is very normal when ES, NASDAQ, NYM, or CL hit target 2 is very normal. You will see the market go between target 2 and target 1 for the next 30 minutes, which I have mentioned that yesterday. And what we are looking at when the market hit the institutional number 2 at 77.22, the market kept going back and forth between target 1 and target 2. This is a very normal behavior when you hit the target 2. Now, sometimes there is an exception in the market. Sometimes if the trend is very strong, the target 3 and the last target, we only have a 3. The last target usually for the afternoon session, but sometimes we experience in the morning session that the target 3 sometimes can be achieved, especially by NASDAQ. Especially by NASDAQ can be achieved, and then there is nothing left for the rest of the day. So this is very important, can cut your hours, your working hours behind the screen, sitting miserably behind the screen all day long, not knowing what's going on in the market. So this is always, when you see a problem with the ES NASDAQ, you can always refuge to the CL, and it is a safe haven for trading. As we see right now, the NASDAQ is breaking this area, and the ES not able to break that area here. So still, despite the auto trade taking long, I would wait till this ES break, because we don't know the problem here. Maybe we might take a trade right now and we have $400 or $500 on the trade, no problem. But the problem, this is not stable. And the problem is, if we are auto trading at this moment with the NASDAQ, yes, you experience some profit. We're not going to argue about it. But here is another one. Was all the way up to $800-900, and now, as you see, it is a swing trading. I don't worry about it, because it's going to, or we can close the trade immediately and take some profit off, because as you see, the ES is sinking and it's going to drag the NASDAQ with it. So we should not be happy about one trade make money. We should be always careful. Even if we make stupid trade and we made money out of it, does not indicate stability, consistency. Because this winning trade you had today, you're going to pay 10 times the amount next week. So to be careful with your trade and not to fall into those traps when you see a couple bars moving plus minus. We should always distance out. There's two things in the trading you should know, which is basic. We learned that 31 years ago. You're either fundamental or you are technical. You cannot combine fundamental and technical. So the best way for you is your attitude to distance yourself from your motion. It's not easy. You need to work on it, and stay technical. You should not get excited with couple bars moving up and down. You stay technical. You distance your motions away. As we see in the Forex trading, there is a lot of Forex traders. They are not technical. They are on fundamental, like when there is some news coming from a government or Europe or USA or interest rate or whatever it is. And they start making a bet. This is a total different for me. Even in Forex, I stay on 240 minutes on the Forex, and then I buy a little bit or sell a little bit at a time, and then I will have an average price. This is the only way you can trade Forex. Even in the Bitcoin, which I do not recommend anyone to day trade Bitcoin, because I have tried for day trade in the Bitcoin. It is a nightmare, just as bad as or even worse than the Forex. It is a huge gambling with the Bitcoin day trading. If I wanted to invest in Bitcoin, I will buy a couple Bitcoin, and then I put them in a wallet, cold wallet, and then pass them out to my children. One day they either get rich out of it or they don't. But on a daily basis, I have tried. There is nothing works on the Bitcoin called consistency. What we see on a YouTube is nothing, just some people talking about pattern and all this nonsense, the garbage they putting out on the net. All of them, no exception, they mispredict the Bitcoin. All of them. And even if they got it good in one day, the second day they blow it. And there is some kind of trading. You cannot day trade at daytime, day trading. We have tried everything before. And what I like about the future, if you stay on the technical side, in the future, the stocks, there is a lot of games in it. The Forex, there is a lot of games in it. But the future, if you stay consistent on the technical side in the future, it can bring you much more money than the stocks. The stocks, you have to, the way we traded the stock, we didn't, like if you have $10, you don't put $10 in the stocks or options. It used to be good, the options. It's like, if you have 100,000 in the stocks, you put the first 25, and then you put the other 25 if something goes wrong. And you need to pick up the different stocks to go against each other. As an example, that's what we have done. If we bought Intel, we shorted the AMD. And the reason is as a backup. If the market, which we had problem, one time the market went down a couple of years, and not a long time ago. So there is a different rhythm in the stock trading. But with the future, if you can learn the daily routine in the future, can bring much more money than the stocks or Forex. Anyone trading the Forex, the chances, if he's a fundamental guy, he will never make it. The Forex has a different rules than to just put it on an auto trade or just use 240 minutes chart. You have to be wise how you can split your horses in the Forex to work for you. So that's a total different type of trading. So what I'm saying is, after all those years, 31 years, I find if you are disciplined in the future trading, can really bring good income, whether you are auto trading or you are manual trading or whatever it is you are doing. But if you are just fundamental on and using your motion in the futures, you are in trouble. As we see, talking and got busy, as we see the Nasdaq is doing well. It's taking the last bumper. We will have a profit taken on the 17,600, 967, and as we see the ES start, the buyers over the sellers, and the momentum is start getting strong in there, and it is flying right now, and that's why we see the Nasdaq climbing, because finally the ES is start getting stronger, and have the list bumper at 5,029, and he will break it. And now we are no longer into the short position. And if, let's say, you are auto trading the YM, this mean is going to change direction anytime. At this moment, the YM will change direction, absolutely. And you have on that auto trade 2,680, and then what we do, we close position and we take the profit, because right now everything start turning around. There is no use to be short anymore. For the CL, it was way overdone, and we should have closed that trade right there. There is no short in here, and now it is, I'm giving up on the CL, and there is a sellers, but there is no short at this moment. So there is a lot of support on the CL. There is no use to sit down and fight a losing battle. And then it is 2,500 is okay with that. And if we look at, you see how the NASDAQ come into the target one profit taking. You see that? To the take, profit taking. And now you should not let your auto trade to take short. Is going to be somewhere the first re-entry at 17,943, and the second re-entry, let's see if it's going to be somewhere around 17,930. But we should not do anything at this moment till we see the profit taken to the take on the institutional number. And now it is 10:20. We still have 30 minutes to climb to the target 2. So many things can change in 30 minutes. For the NASDAQ, if you have a NASDAQ trade, even if you are a swing trading, you can also interfere with any kind of auto trade, whether you are with us or with using somebody else auto trade. You can go ahead, let's say, and move your trading stop or your stop loss, or you can put a sell order. But then if you interfere with this and you put your sell order just to secure some of your trade, any auto trade will be deactivated. So you need to finish the trade and then reactivate your auto trade. Be careful. I have seen many people make mistakes with that. So always, if you interfere with an auto trade and you put an order, different order on the chart, you need to make sure that you finish it, because you just disabled, because of Ninja Trader, that's the way it is. You disabled the minute you interfere with and put in a buy order or a sell order on an auto trade chart. You disable the auto trade from the chart, and you need to finish that trade on the chart manually. So let's say if you have 4 trades and you want to take one trade out on any given auto trade, let's say you want to take one of them out and you want to put a sell order somewhere here or here or here, you want to take one of them out. The minute you take one of them out, you need to finish the other 3, because you just disabled your auto trade by interfering with the auto trade. If you want to take a profit and you want to close position, it's not going to disable your auto trade. As an example, if your auto trade set on $1,000 a day and now you have 1,600, 1,700, you close your trade, you hit your daily target, your auto trade will not take any more trade. On this one here, I have the daily target 2,000. If I close that trade now, the auto trade will continue trading, because you're still missing a couple $100. So this is very important to understand your daily target. And if somebody is new with the trade, then you are aware of it. This is a different type of an auto trade. This is a different type of an auto trade, and this one here we released a couple of 3 months ago, and we can see the CL took a trade at 8:33. I normally start the auto trade, if the market analyzer in sequence, I start around 8 o'clock in the morning. If the market analyzer in this condition as we see right now, before I start my auto trades in the morning, the first things I look at the market analyzer, I have 3 by 3 by 3 the same direction, the ES, Nasdaq, Dow Jones. If I get up in the morning at 8 o'clock and see there is a sell on the ES and a buy on Nasdaq, I will not activate the auto trade at 8 o'clock until they are in sequence. Then I'm home free. If we look on the 9:35, the first trade took, which it was very good. And then if we notice, and we're not talking about money here, this auto trade has no filter actually. And then when the CL here on idle, flat, no trade, the auto trade did not take any trade. And this is the most important in any auto trade. It's not the P&L. Today you can be making 1,400 on a trade. Tomorrow could be one banana. There is no, I'm not talking about P&Ls here. I'm talking the first things I look in an auto trade, not the profit factor, none of this garbage. I don't know how much it's gonna make tomorrow. I have no idea how much I'm gonna be making on Monday. I don't know about the future. But when I look at an auto trade, which a lot of people don't have the eye for it, when when they are trying to show auto trade, they try to hide the time frame, or they try to find a spot where the auto trade is moving. They never show you where the auto trade or the market is on flat condition. They always show when the market is trending here, but they cannot show that area here. In an auto trade, you need to find here if the auto trade will fall into a trap or not. It's not the P&L. I don't know how much is going to make that chart on Monday. Neither on Tuesday, neither next week. I don't know. This is a market. Anything can change. But when I see the market, the auto trade stay on the side in here, indicating is very tuned auto trade, very tuned auto trade, and he stayed away from a flat market. The worst enemy on an auto trade when there is a flat market. As we see right now on the ES, because it's a flat market here, flat market, there is no one worldwide making money on the ES. Maybe there is some guy using Renko bar and he got him a couple ticks. He is irrelevant to this business. He's irrelevant to trading. But there is no professional trader worldwide. I'm not talking about USA only. I'm talking from USA to Europe to Asia, able to make money on the ES with this condition. No auto trade is gonna save you from that one. When there is no ticks to be made, when the market is flat, there is no ticks to be made. It's like you're trying to get hair out of a bull-headed man. There is no money in there. And as we see the ES, there is no money in there. Because it's a flat. It's going to the resistance and it's coming back to the support. The support area is 5,023.75 and the resistance is 5,027. Welcome to trading. Nothing we can do. One or two contract is not going to go ahead and move the market for you. So until we see some breaking out somewhere on the ES is not tradable at this moment. Again, we still need to see this ES going above the, as what we said, the 5,029 before the market really changing condition and all will be to the long side. So right now what we have unbalanced market between the ES and NASDAQ. If we look on the YM, we override the YM and we close the position on the YM. I don't care about this amount of money, but if you notice, I made a decision on the YM to close based on the ES. I can see the momentum are strong and there is no more short, but it's struggling to get out. It's a flat market. There is no use to stay with the YM. If you notice, we override the auto trade with this button here, say close position, and now little at a time, this YM is gonna start climbing, and we maximize our profit by one trade and override the auto trade with one trade. And we override it with a close position. So there is no use to be greedy in the market and stay technical. Again, stay technical, don't be fundamental. And here it is. You can see the YM start getting up, and I can unleash it again to go long. It's very easy to unleash an auto trade again by right-clicking and reload NinjaTrader, and then will be again tradable, and then start going for one more round for your daily target. And now if we look at the NASDAQ, after this target institutional number 17,969, profit taking, nothing has happened on the NASDAQ. Still is 1030. We are not that far from target 2. Today is a Friday, and we will achieve that. The same thing with the ES, is a bit slow to gather his energy to break the last bumper in the market, but absolutely I'm expecting the ES today for the morning session to close the target 1 at 5,031 and climb into target 2 at 5,036. The way the situation right now, this market is climbing to those levels. Once we hit the target 2, your morning session is finished. So what we do, speaking of a devil, already the NASDAQ is climbing to the target 2, and it is right now 1031. So we will hit the target 2 plus minus 10 minutes. And now the ES, there is buyers. If you see here is a blinking. Now the buyer, look, there is a new signal buy on the ES, and now look, there is many buyers jumping. When you see the chart blinking, that means there is buyers here on the run. And then the buyers over the sellers, the momentum start getting on a full throttle, and then your signal, I don't want to go through details, the signals here on the side indicating now the ES is about to take off. And this is what it's all about, and that indicates the NASDAQ responding immediately to take the target 2. So it is a matter of time, the ES, it will break that area here and will climb to target 1 and target 2, and is about to be done any second right now. As a future trader, we don't need to trade pattern as you told. We don't need to use a stupid trading stop as you've been told. We don't need to rely on optimization as you told. You don't need to learn this hogwash crap. It's not gonna put the bread on your table. What we need to know, how it is the market, and as a future trader, you are future trader, and indicating that means you need to calculate where most likely this market is going in the future, not based on the pattern as what we see with those young guys with the Bitcoin. everyone have common, have a story with the Bitcoin. So it is a matter of time. There is still buyers on the ES, and it is a matter of time to break the last bumper. It is 5,029. For the CL trade, it is going beautifully on short, which I don't see short on the trades because it was a lot of support area. I don't know if the chart has changed or not. Let me see. This is a madhouse with the CL going short, and as you see, it's going short. But for me, when I see all those lines here, you will ask how to trade it. It's not tradable, actually. The Autotrade took it from the top before he dived into this turbulence. But for me, as a manual trader, I will never take that short. Never. So this is a very high risk. And because we don't know which line, which support is going to hold, and then you are in the middle of the trade, and then the market is going to surprise you. So let's go back to the ES. The ES finally released the target 2 on the NASDAQ, profit taking on 17,994. The ES is slow, but it's getting stronger, and we will be hitting target 2 1 on the ES a matter of seconds, and then we climb to target 2 by 11 o'clock plus minus 5 to 10 minutes. If we look at the clock, I don't know where is my clock. I don't know where is my clock. I have too many screens. And there you go. The NASDAQ is to hit target 2. Once we hit the target 2, there is a profit taken. The ES hit the target 1, a little profit taken, and is going to climb to target 2. This is target 1. And if we, for the CL traders, finally the 76.57 is holding and is turning back. You see that? And for the ones is not in a trade on the CL, there is a re-entry at, we're not your financial advisor, but there is a re-entry at 76.93 on the CL. So that's why I said manually, I don't want to take that trade, but the Autotrade took the short trade. Look at this on the NASDAQ when we hit target 2, a profit taken on target 2, and I see no problem with the NASDAQ hit target 3 today. If we notice, look, came in to the institutional number on target 2, profit taken. This is not a reversal, it's just a profit taken. And the ES, if we look at the ES, came in exactly to this number and a profit taken. And this is an institutional number. You cannot mess with it. You cannot change templates and get away with it. You cannot change time frame. And then a little pullback, and now it is 10:38, and then we will be most likely the NASDAQ is going to climb to target 3, and it's right there, and then the ES will hit target 2 for the morning session. So what we will do, I will cut off the microphone. My job is done, showing you the way to the market, and I will be on a standby to see if there's anything or any changes in the market. I'll be glad to share it with you. Thank you. As we see, the profit were taken from target 1 and target 2, and I don't see any problem going to target 3 on the NASDAQ. It's already 1046, and finally the market very smooth. Oh, here's the watch. Now it's 10:45, and then we are going to hit the target. Once you hit the target 2 on the ES, maybe we are gone by then. You're gonna have around 30 to 40 minutes between target 2 and target 1. So please, if you are not one of the members, mark on your chart 5036. Once you hit the 5036, you don't have anything left for the morning sessions. You have nothing, and you will experience 30 to 40 minutes. The market is going to be between target 2 and target 1 on the ES, and that is not tradable on any kind of auto trade. It's not tradable. So maybe we are gone by then. You should be aware of it. For the ones they missed out on the NASDAQ, the only re-entry you have, don't ever take a trade or allow your auto trade to take a trades in those area here. This is extremely high risk. Always remember, it's been with me for over 31 years. Identify trend, pullback, re-entry. I've seen a lot of enchilada come in and go as fast as they come in. But the only things stayed in 31 years is identify trend, pullback, re-entry. It's been with me for over 31 years. The only re-entry you have on the NASDAQ is a pullback re-entry on 17,971. In this area here, you should not be taking a trade. And at this moment is 17,971 as a re-entry. And what is nice about this re-entry, even if the market goes against you, there is a double support area you can lean on, and your trade in case if something happened or the market turn around, surprising us. This is the re-entry. As we see, there is more profit taken on the on this one here on the institutional. And if you are out of the ES, we're not your financial advisor, but it is exactly what is my crosser at. It is as a re-entry. You have 5,028 as a re-entry. And what is the beauty about it, the re-entry is sitting on the double support area, followed by some other moving fibs supportive. So this is the re-entry, but it is a small trade only to target 2. And if we see some more profit taken on target 2, and it is normal for the NASDAQ on the profit 2, it is a major one. It's not like the target 1, it is a major one, and there is more profit taken, but eventually the NASDAQ on the full throttle is 1049 plus minus 10 minutes around 11 o'clock. We will hit the target 3 on the NASDAQ. I have no doubt about it. On the ES, once we hit the target 2, with all the respect to your auto trade, whatever is coming from, with all the respect from any trader room you are in, you're wasting your money on, just take a profit and close your ears and don't listen to anyone else anymore. Protect your profit for today, and maybe you go ahead and enjoy your lunch early. If I was you, I will do this. It's a free advice. The ES is hidden, the CL is hidden to the target on the auto trade. It's fine with me, and I'm gonna let it be. I'm using auto trailing on the CL. Let it be. All the auto trades we have auto trailing. It's fine. Let it be. It's already secure some of the profit. Let it be. If you notice, I always leave my trailing stop very far from the market movement, very far, because the biggest mistake people make, they use the auto trailing, very small auto trailing, and normally they only see $100 or $200 or maybe $300 on a trade, and they never see $1,000 on a trade. And then the problem is a lack of information, knowledge. He makes $200-300 and then he loses a couple of trades, so the losses is much greater than the winning, and of course he start melting like an ice cream, his account. So what we need actually is the opposite. When we have a winning trade, we should not kill it only if we want to, like what we've done with the YM. You should not kill your trade. You should be secure some of the profit, and the only time you can close the trade if you're not going to be trading again that market, like what we have done with the YM. We closed the button on the YM. We are no longer interested in this YM on any direction. We are done with it. And now we see it's 1051 and the ES climbing to the target 2. That's very good, and this is the final for this morning session, and the Nasdaq is about to explode to the higher level, maybe hitting the final destination on target 3 somewhere around 11 o'clock. And if we also, from the other side as well, if we look at the ES, the institutional number target 5036, if we notice there is a lot of resistance in here, and there is a trend exhaustion in there, so there is nothing we can do in this area here. This area is not tradable anyway. So if we can hit, there is another system from the market analyzer is indicating the target 5035.25, and the institutional number is 5036. There is two different systems with two different target on the ES. They're almost next to each other, indicating this is the end of the line for the morning session. You know, the market is not just an ice cream machine, you know, keep pumping money for you. There is a morning session and afternoon session. So here it is. It's a matter of time before we climb higher, and we will be hitting those targets. At this moment, we are 1053. Hopefully, this market will start going up to the target 2 with the ES. If we notice here, you can see on the target 1, you can see how many profit has been taken, how many bars they've been on this institutional number. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. For the last 10 minutes, the chart is on the target 1 institutional number. So as you see, for the ones are not into a trade on the Nasdaq, you have 2 trades on the Nasdaq as a re-entry. We're not your financial advisor. I just share my information with you. You can do whatever you want with it as long as you are on a sim. We have a re-entry. The first trade is 17,978 as a re-entry long, and the second re-entry long is 17,967. So let's say if you are taking one micro account here, you will take the second micro account here, and this one here is a perfect re-entry. The reason is there is a lot of support below that number, a lot of support. So the probability of losing that trade is very slim, where this trade here, there is nothing to lean on, and there is nothing, is open. So there is a possibility if you are taking only that trade and with a small stop loss, you can be taken out immediately if one bar drop below that line. But when you are taking one trade here and one trade here, you're averaging your price at 17,973. And if the market came into this line and you got filled, and you didn't get filled on the second one, you should not add on it. You let it be and you enjoy the ride. If the market got you filled now on 17,980 and didn't reach the 17,967, that's fine. Don't add on it. Do not. Because the secret here, which a lot of people make this mistake, if they can afford, let's say, 2 micro account or 2 mini, they go 2 contracts here, and you should never do this in a trading. You should have one. Actually, we have an Autotrade do this. You take one trade here and one trade here. We still have 4 minutes. As you see how it is accurate, as we said, you come into this line here as a re-entry, and the market sink in right at our moving average right there. You see? This is actually not moving average. And we estimated the market will come and lay on 50,028, and the market came exactly to the tick on a re-entry, and now it's climbing again. This is really, really important to know which direction we are going in the market. It is really important. And both of the chart come in exactly where we said the re-entry point is going to be. Sadly, when you are auto trading some stupid moving average, and by the time you go down all the way here, your auto trade ignites short. And this is the biggest mistake. This is the biggest mistake. We are in 2024. You cannot use something is 20 years old. You cannot anymore. Now it is 10:59, and look. Now it's 10:59, and it's a Friday, and they're both on the target 1 and 2. And now the Nasdaq is fixing to take off from target 2, climb into target 3 if he can. And folks, it is done. It's 11 o'clock, and maybe in 5-10 minutes you will see the target 3. Thank you very much for today, and we wish you a really pleasant weekend. And to our members also, we wish you the best weekend, and please be safe. Bye for now.